Inspiring music, a blinking cursor, a blank page. Chirping birds welcome a new day. Knuckles crack over a laptop keyboard, a deep breath in. Coffee is sipped from a coveted frontline artist mug. Restless fingers tap the keyboard. Nothing is written. Sigh. The inspiring music comes to a warping halt. Jimmy, a neckbeard in his mid-30s, stares into the middle distance, breathing from his mouth. He sits on the couch with his laptop on a messy coffee table. His leg shakes in his pajamas. The blinking cursor synchronizes with a ticking clock. He chugs a 2-liter bottle of soda by the fridge. The cursor blink. He jacks off. Blink. He rips a bong. Blink. He plays a video game. Blink. He laughs at the death scene of a movie. Blink. He cries by the window. The cursor blinks atop an empty page, a sad reminder of life's missed opportunities. Interior, same apartment, night. The door crashes open and Bernice enters after a long day of construction work. Jimmy sleeps on the couch. Bernice is a domineering and husky force of nature. She towers over Jimmy, drops her bag of tools on the coffee table, and he jumps up.
Joy's in the... Oh, hey, baby.
Are you really in that same spot I left you in?
I got up.
You want an award for that?
Only if you're the trophy.
Jimmy tries to pull her in for a kiss. She pushes him away and heads to the kitchen.
Please tell me you did something other today than jacking off.
Well, no, I got work done.
Work? Ha! Okay.
Well, hey, I wrote like 500 words.
Really? How much money did you make?
Nothing.
Then it's not work. It's a hobby.
It's an investment.
Then you invested in a bankrupt company. You should quit while you're behind.
Quit? I can't quit. Writing is like breathing to me, okay? If I don't write, I'll suffocate. I dedicated my life to the craft.
You're suffocating me. I need more from you, Jimmy. You can't mooch off me for the rest of your life. Joe says Parcels United is hiring.
Well, I'm not. Wait, who's...
You're going first thing in the morning.
I don't wanna.
I don't care.
Fine, I'll go.
Oh, and my parents want to meet you. They invited you to dinner.
I've met them like 5 times already. When are they going to remember me?
I don't know. Maybe when you do something worth remembering.
They shrug it out. Bernice huffs and stomps out of the room. Jimmy looks at the blinking cursor. It's clearly mocking him.
Shut up.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I wasn't.
He closes the laptop and looks longingly out of the window to the brick wall of a neighboring strip mall. A homeless man, Patchouli, is encamped there. Patchouli rolls over and waves. Jimmy waves back. Exterior, warehouse, day. A Parcels United facility squats in the middle of nowhere, seemingly abandoned and reclaimed by nature. The shit brown PU logo is the only signifying marker. Jimmy checks his phone to make sure he's at the right address. But there's no service here, wherever the hell here is. He's decked out in a suit and tie, his hair gelled over. Last chance. The chicken crosses the road and dodges a honking car. Meep, meep. Interior, conference room, warehouse, day. Jimmy sits at a conference table with a group of teenagers wearing sweats and hoodies. He is way overdressed. The building supervisor, Ruth, can be heard before she can be seen and enters with a fury.
All right, chumps. Take a vest from the box and follow me.
Jimmy stands and pulls out a blue trainee vest from the box. It's smeared with dirt, sweat, and blood. Yeah, maybe it's grease. The trainees look up and notice that Ruth is gone. They hurry out of the room. Interior, warehouse, day. Ruth walks alone past the sorting table. Machines hiss, pop, and screech.
You have to memorize 4 pages of safety standards, even though only dorks follow them. You'll be tested tomorrow.
Boxes crash and are crushed in a massive unorganized mess. Workers smash and kick boxes through the slots. The trainees finally catch up with Ruth.
Excuse me.
After a month, you'll be evaluated. If we decide to keep you on, you'll have another 36 weeks before you can join the union.
Excuse me.
Ruth stops and Jimmy bumps into her.
What? What do you want?
I haven't even applied yet.
You're hired.
But,
Truth is, most of you turkey dicks don't make it through the night. You'll crawl out of here and never return. except in nightmares.
Ruth has a brief absent seizure before coming back to them. The trainees stand before her like the military. She paces up the ranks.
One or two of you might be dumb enough to stick around, but we will inevitably crush your minds, bodies, and spirits. You'll wish you quit when you had the chance, but you won't be able to. No one will hire you. You'll become dependent on our abuse to survive. Very few human beings have what it takes to be a PU lifer. You!
Ruth reaches for a scrawny kid, but he breaks out in a sprint for the door.
See? You!
Ruth pushes Jimmy. He trips over a box and hits the ground.
We call that egress. It's on tomorrow's test. Memorize it. 300.
What?
Jimmy gets up.
300 belt. Get the fuck out of here. Go, goddammit, move!
Jimmy hurries through the huge chaotic space like a pinball, banging off the bumpers. A cart of oversized boxes nearly hits him.
Watch out, you asshole!
He staggers through obstacles, dodging bags full of small packages, trucks backing up, a raccoon escaping with a bagel. Jimmy passes an open door. He ducks his head in. Interior, electrical room, warehouse, night. A wall of old wires. Inside the tangling mainframe rests an elderly man. He seems to be one with the wiring. The old bird senses a rise in atmospheric temperature. He shifts with a groan. Jimmy startles.
Oh, hi. Do you, by chance, know where I might find the 300 belt?
The old bird lifts a wrench clamped in his arthritic hand.
Kill me!
He points the rusted wrench to the belt behind Jimmy.
Kill me!
Sorry, I wouldn't hurt a fly if it gave me a reason to. Thanks.
Jimmy skips away. The old bird drops the wrench in exasperation. Its clatter is lost to the buzz of the warehouse floor. Interior, 300 belt warehouse day. The belt hums. Packages drop violently down the chute. A splitter, Freddie, divvies up the boxes on either side of the belt. Freddie is a tough woman in her mid-40s. She's been with the company long enough, though due to her pride, she's never moved up. Workers scan boxes and load them into trucks. Freddie looks up and sees Jimmy standing on the other side of the belt, his goofy, oversized suit, the raggedy training vest. Freddie erupts in laughter.
Ew. Did anyone lose a puppy?
Jimmy is petrified.
Look at this bozo.
All work is stopped as the workers gather around. The Sanchez siblings, Ronnie and Tommy, cackle like hyenas.
Hold up. Remember that game from back in the day, Mealworm Jim?
Freddie looks him over.
Yeah, you're right. He does look like Miller Jim.
Jimmy is ready to run away crying.
Why'd the belt stop?
The workers become quiet, and Brian, the supervisor, walks over. He takes his job too damn seriously.
Who the fuck are you?
I don't.
Name? What's your name?
Brian turns to the workers.
I swear, we get the dumbest motherfuckers.
Jimmy.
What was that?
Say your name with some pride, man.
Hey, my name's Jimmy.
Freddie and the Sanchez brothers double over with laughter.
No. Did this guy just say his name? Was it Jimmy? I can't.
That's it then. That's it. Your new name is Mealworm Jim.
Brian smiles.
Come with me, Mealworm.
Brian leads him to the truck and hands him a scanner.
Ruth should have went over everything with you. Good luck.
Brian leaves him to sink or swim. Jimmy mimics the actions of the others. He scans a giant box. It beeps error. Then he tries to lift it. It slides off the belt and somehow lands up on top of him. The workers watch with dismay. Brian cusses to himself. Chasen, mid-30s, runs over and helps him up. He sees the hazing and doesn't like it. They go back to work.
Hey, man, don't stress them. They're just busting your balls.
Thanks.
Chasen slaps Jimmy's back, and some confidence returns. He tries to lift the box, but can't. Thunderous laughter off screen. I said thunderous laughter off screen. There we go. Interior apartment day. Jimmy stumbles in and heads to the couch. His suit has been shredded. He falls like a tree, but misses and smashes through the coffee table. He settles in the mess. Bernice enters the living room. She's dressed up nice and fastening her earrings.
What the hell was that?
I can't. I can't do it anymore.
What?
Work. Waste the rest of my life breaking my back for some corporation that doesn't even give a shit if I live or die.
Give me a break. It was one day.
You don't know what it's like.
Bernice squares up. A word?
You maybe want to rewrite that.
I have dreams, ambitions.
What? You don't think I have dreams? My main one being that you stop wasting your life with this stupid ass writing fantasy.
It's not stupid. It's the only thing keeping me alive. I mean, I could have been somebody, a working screenwriter back in LA.
Cut the shit. It's been 2 years since you crawled back home with your tail between your legs.
I came back because my mom was sick.
Everyone's mom dies. Get over it. Kill that darling and bury her down deep like the rest of us. Because, honey boy, this right here, this is the real world. And when rent is due, nobody gives a shit about your little rotten fantasy. What does a writer do anyway? Make shit up. Anyone can do that.
You literally spend all your free time consuming shows and movies.
So what? Now you're calling me lazy?
No, I'm just pointing out.
At least at PU, you will be contributing something to society. Look at me. I bust my ass every day and I earn what I have. What you got? Me? You need to cut your shit and get it together, Jimmy. Ain't nobody gonna do that for you. Now go, take a shower, get ready, and we have to be at my parents' by 8.
What?
We're having dinner with my parents, remember?
Tonight?
I told you it was tonight.
No, you didn't. You just said that.
Her scowl speaks volumes.
Do we have to go? I'm dead.
You will be dead if you don't get off your ass right now.
Bernice holds up her shoe, ready to toss it at him. He struggles to rise. His joints pop and crack while he walks over to the coat rack. He pulls one off.
Let's go.
Exterior, plantation, night. The white column stain of the south glistens atop the hill, overlooking the fields. Bernice is 6 feet ahead of Jimmy and nearly sprinting.
Don't go embarrassing me.
How am I going to embarrass you?
You always find a way.
Jimmy stops, observes the opulent landscaped lawn. Ugh. Interior, dining room, plantation, night. The staunch white family is gathered around the table. Servants wait on them. Jimmy dozes off.
So...
The sudden noise wakes Jimmy up like cold water to the face.
Jim.
It's actually.
Jim, I once knew a kid in prep school named Jim.
Oh, yeah?
I hated him.
Bernice gives Jimmy a disapproving look. He shrugs. What?
Jim, sniveling little worm. No backbone on that one. The worst.
Not all Jims are the same, dear.
Father looks Jimmy up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jim.
It's Jimmy, actually, like the musician.
Oh, okay. So, what do you do, Jim? Me. Hopefully, your profession doesn't match your namesakes.
Oh no. Actually, I'm.
Jimmy lights up. Not many people ask about his writing, for good reason. Bernice shoots him down. Better not. He deflates in his seat.
I just started working at Parcels United.
The father slaps the table with the force of thunder.
PU, good for you, son. An honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
I guess.
My sister's husband just retired after 40 years. He doesn't even know what to do with himself.
That sounds...
Like a sweetheart deal, 40 years, gone like that. Think
Father
about it.
snaps
All you
his
have to
fingers.
do...
Go ahead.
Think about it. All you have to do is keep your head down for 40 years. Then you'll have the rest of your life to do whatever you want.
Sweat leaks from Jimmy's forehead.
40 years. Really isn't all that long. What'll that make you? 74? When you retire, there'll still be plenty of time.
Nothing better than rolling up your sleeves and working your way up. Myself, my entire empire was built on the back of a single lima bean, you see.
A servant drops a roast goose in front of Jimmy. The servant's face is sullen, sunken, foreboding, hungry. Jimmy suffers a panic attack. The father drolls on. A prison door grinds shut and is locked. Interior, bedroom, apartment, night. A storm rages outside. Thunder rattles the walls. Jimmy kicks at the sheets as he fights his nightmare. A minor key version of Akon's Locked Up plays on the TV. Haunting voices rocking back and forth.
Maybe when you do something worth remembering.
40 years.
A sniveling little worm.
Kill me! Lightning strikes. Jimmy shoots up, sweaty, eyes electric. He's alive, by it. He leaps from bed, opens his laptop, and loads a new document, trembling like a fiend.
Come on.
The cursor blinks as if nodding approval. A deep breath, and he settles. His fingers type slowly. Interior, my head. Day? Fix later. Momentum builds. His keyboard becomes an instrument. He rides the solo. Bernice rolls over.
What are you doing?
Jimmy can't look away from the screen or stop typing. The story pours out of him. His hands can't keep up.
I have to write this down.
She rolls back away from him.
Don't be stupid. You have to work in the morning.
Jimmy doesn't hear her. He can't. He's in the zone. Jimmy types and chuckles. He shakes his head in disbelief.
You crazy coot.
His middle finger stamps down on the period key. One word, period. One word, period. Feels good. Deep into an action scene, and he's on the edge of his seat. He bolds his slug lines. Uses VO, slaps on an onomatopoeias. Bad boy, breaking all the rules. Bang, pow! He excitedly types on the brink of madness. He reads his words back, proud tears flowing from his eyes. The clock fades from 2:27 a.m. to 6:43 a.m. He's still going, though doggedly. Bernice wakes up and gets out of bed.
You been up this whole time?
Huh?
She drops onto the toilet and farts.
Huh?
Don't be late for work.
Bernice wipes, flushes, then leaves the room. He resigns, saves the file, and closes the laptop. The drumming of a sea shanty. Interior, work, day. Jimmy scans and loads boxes while he sings the sea shanty.
There once was a script that was writ for screen. The passion, the prose would be seen. The hype blew up the valley round town. Oh, blow, my bully boys, blow. Ha!
The other workers joyfully join in on the shanty. They work in a rhythm like the off-Broadway show Stomp.
Soon may producer men come.
To bring us fame and weed and rum.
One day when the writing is done,
We'll take our leave and go. Oh!
Interior, bedroom, night. Jimmy puts money in a shoebox. There's $2, several pennies, a nickel, and 2 quarters.
She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her unagented more.
He sighs. This is going to take a while. Interior, kitchen, night. Jimmy writes at the kitchen table while Bernice watches scripted TV.
A director called all hands and swore that she'd make this film in tow. Ha!
She giggles. He looks up as she takes a selfie, duck face, then sends it to someone. His suspicions fuel his fingers. Interior, belt, UP facility, day. The assembly line scans and loads boxes into delivery trucks like normal. Jimmy, in his own world.
Soon may producer men come to bring us fame and weed and rum.
Jimmy sings to himself. His earphones are on. He's tone deaf. Freddie keeps a weary eye on him. Back into his fantasy world. The workers jump up on the belt and do an elaborate dance number.
one day when the writing is done,
We'll take our leave and go. Oh!
They all leap off the belt at once like a cheesy musical. Interior, truck, UP facility, day. The drumming continues. Jimmy crouches between boxes in the back of his truck, scribbling away in his pocket notebook. Boots approach.
You seen Mealworm?
Jimmy stops writing and listens like a soldier trying not to get caught by the enemy. He looks out through the crack in the doors. Brian holds his walkie-talkie in the air.
I think he's taking a shit.
Ryan's boots continue on. Jason throws Jimmy a thumbs up.
Well,
Jimmy lets off a sly smile, then continues writing. Interior, bedroom, night. More money in the shoebox. Loose coins. It's adding up. Soon.
Soon May producer man come.
The money piles up until the box can't contain it.
To bring us fame and weed and rum.
Jimmy looks down with a proud smile. Later, Jimmy writes by candle and computer light.
One day when the writing is done.
He types the final words. Fade out.
We'll take our leave and go.
The shanty comes to a sweeping finale. Jimmy weeps. A sleeping Bernice throws a slipper at him. Smack. Interior, bank, day. Jimmy enters like a boss and drops a huge stack of cash on the teller's counter and a jar of coins next to it.
I'd like to make a deposit, please.
The teller leers at the coins.
We don't do that here.
What, deposits?
No, count coins.
Oh, but you're a bank.
The teller takes the cash and puts it in the machine. The machine chucks the cash through. Interior, grocery store, day. Jimmy stands at a Coinstar machine trying to figure it out.
What, 10% ripoff?
He presses a button and the machine hums to life. He flips the jar over and the machine chugs the coins. He looks around, embarrassed. A piece of gum filters into the machine. It comes to a grinding halt.
Oh, come on.
A help light flashes above him, accompanied by a harsh alarm. He looks back to the line of people. The one clerk working has to leave them to attend to Jimmy. They all watch and silently judge him. He's sure of it. He hides his face. Interior, bank, day. Jimmy drags himself through the doors. This time he's drained. He snakes through the empty stanchion belts. He gingerly places the rest of the cash on the counter.
I'd like to make another deposit, please.
Interior, kitchen, day. Jimmy logs on to the Right On Screenwriting Competition submission website. He uploads his script, bites his nails. The pointer hovers over the submit button. He closes his eyes, says a silent prayer, and presses send. A big red error box honks onto the page.
What the fuck?
Jimmy leans in and reads the error. He missed the late registration by 1 day. He has to pay the really late submission fee.
$150 more dollars?
He sighs, then clicks OK. A green confirmation box pops up. Total price, $250. He checks his bank account on his phone. $253.36 in his account. It refreshes. $336 left. His forehead drops to the table.
Hey, babe, can you go run to the store and grab me pads and chocolate?
He groans. Interior, belt UP facility. The workers schlep away. Jimmy's face is smeared with dirt. He's formed a deep frown, a true working man. An old man, Chester, walks up to the belt with a shit grin.
Hey, Chester, you're back. I thought you were dead.
Freddie, how's that whore mother of yours doing?
Still mad she gave you chlamydia?
No, I'm mad that she won't get a paternity test to prove that you aren't mine. This child support's killing me.
Everyone laughs. Jimmy is perplexed by this exchange. Chester catches him staring.
What the hell is his problem? Hey, bitch boy, what are you looking at?
Nothing, sorry.
Jimmy turns away. Chasen stops him.
Look, you just gonna let him talk to you like that?
I don't like confrontation.
How the hell you make it this far in life?
What am I supposed to do? Be an asshole?
No, but you can't just take shit from people. Watch this. Hey, Chester, you old moth ball. I bet you could tell me what you were doing when Jesus died.
Very funny. Your mother should have swallowed you.
Everyone laughs.
Hey, you try.
Hey, Chester. Your mother is a cunt.
She was a saint, you worthless piece of shit.
Chester lunges at Jimmy, ready to fight. Freddie holds him back. Brian marches over.
Mealworm, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I was just trying to...
They look over to Chester, who's crying and being consoled by the other workers.
She was such a wonderful woman.
Oh, man.
Walk away, Mealworm. Walk away.
Jimmy throws his hands up and storms off. Interior, locker room, night. Jimmy pushes into the locker room. Ruth enters behind him. She's dressed in coveralls like an older mentor type. They sit on the bench.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I get it. I've been here for 54 years. Trust me, I get it.
How is that even possible?
It's not, but that's what we do here at PU. The impossible.
She nudges closer, making him uncomfortable.
You've really been impressive lately, showing a lot of potential.
Yeah?
Oh, sure. You're quiet, docile, meek. You'd make the perfect supervisor. Would you like that, Jimmy? To be a supervisor?
Jimmy thinks about it.
It's more responsibility, 60 hours a week, somehow less pay. You'll also lose your rights and benefits.
I had rights and benefits?
Not really. So what do you say? The position is yours.
I don't know. Can I think about it?
Of course. Just don't think too hard. We have people younger and smarter and stronger than you.
Ruth smacks Jimmy on the back and heads for the door. The thought of working 60 hours a week for 40 years in this hellhole weighs him down. Ruth stops before leaving.
Oh, and turn that frown upside down, my friend.
Huh?
You're a quarterfinalist now.
What?
Haven't you heard? The email went out an hour ago. You were probably too busy working. Silly goose.
Jimmy checks his phone.
How'd you know?
Ruth points to a camera over her shoulder. It pans and zooms.
We know everything.
Ruth winks and leaves with a smile. Jimmy blushes as the email loads. Super. Fireworks. Words like congratulations, quarterfinalist, top 40% of 20,000 submissions burst from his head. Jimmy steps onto the balcony overlooking the facility floor, thrusts his fists in the air like Rocky and roars,
Fuck off!
Crash 2, interior, apartment night. Jimmy sits deflated on the couch. Bernice is on the opposite end, texting someone while a movie plays. Super, 6 months later. He pulls down the email inbox on his phone, checking for mail. Updated just now. Nada. Same unopened spam from Blue Sky screenplay contest. He double checks the announcement date. It matches the present date, 7/7/2023. He tries to move closer, but Bernice stiff legs him. He settles into his humdrum corner.
They offered me a promotion.
It's probably just a scam.
No, at work.
Really? Why?
The boss said I've been showing a lot of initiative.
Okay.
She noticed that he wants to tell her something. Oh, God.
So you took it? You took it, right?
I told her I'd think about it.
She slaps him across the face with a pillow.
Ow!
What was there to think about?
The script I wrote.
Are you fucking serious right now?
This is the one. I feel it. I mean, I'm a quarterfinalist now.
First off, that don't mean shit. Second, you said that about the last 20 shits you've written.
Scripts.
I said scripts.
No, you said.
You know what I said? I know what I said, and I meant it. You better take that fucking promotion or we're... Oh.
A bird crashes through the window and smacks the wall.
Fucking hell.
The bird cries out in pain. Jimmy leaps up.
It's a carrier pigeon. There seems to be something...
Jimmy notices a tiny scroll tied to the bird's broken foot. He pulls the slip knot and the paper rolls into his hand. He unravels it.
Congratulations, Jimmy W. We at the Right On Screenwriting Competition, first of its name, hereby anoint you semi-finalist. No way!
Jimmy hugs Bernice and hops in place. She remains limp.
Can you believe it?
Did you win any prize money?
What? No, there's still like 5 more rounds.
That's too bad. We could have used it to buy my new window.
Bernice leaves the room. Jimmy shoves open the broken window, making the crack worse.
Watch out, world. I'm a semi-finalist now.
His voice echoes off the adjacent wall. He tosses the pigeon for flight. It drops with a light thud. Patchouli rolls over and throws up a thumb.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Are you gonna eat that?
All the joy leaves Jimmy's face.
Break!
A machine buzzes and powers down with a pop. Exterior, United Parcels Facility, day. Jimmy and the rest of the workers stream out of the warehouse doors. Jimmy's hollow. Unresponsive. Unresponsive. Super. Another 6 months later.
Fuck this place.
They treat us like machines.
Jimmy stares deep into an existential crisis.
So we are. Look at us. Every day it's the same thing. Nothing changes. Nothing matters. We just go through the motions, numb, dumb, to believing that one day an opportunity is just going to fall from the sky and land in our laps. Hope is futile. The end is nigh. Only death will set us free. Lord, show us mercy.
Ew, Jimmy, ain't that you?
Jason points to the sky. A plane flies by, towing a banner that reads, "Congrats 2023 Right On Screenwriting Comp finalists." A second plane tows another banner with the finalists: Stowe Hardaway, Sarah Miller, Jimmy Wojcicki. The list continues on, but Jimmy pays it no mind.
My name's spelled wrong, but that is me. That's me.
His mood flips as his coworkers rush him like he's just won the World Cup. They lift him in the air on their shoulders and thrust him in the air. For a moment, he's on top of the world. Interior apartment day. The window's been taped over. It's cold outside, but the apartment is warm and radiant from the glow of candles. Jimmy cooks a nice dinner for Bernice. She enters, and the table has been set with flowers and a card.
What's all this?
Jimmy sweeps over and gives her a kiss. She tries to pull away, but it's too late.
Just dinner for my lady.
Ew, don't say that. What'd you do?
Nothing.
A sneaky smile breaks over his face.
It actually smells good.
Jimmy pulls back a chair. She hesitates. The pork shoulder steams before them.
It better be. I spent 7 hours on it.
7 hours?
Damn right. Roasted to perfection.
Is today a holiday or something?
You can say that.
Didn't you have work?
Oh, maybe you should sit down.
Why would I have to sit down?
You don't have to, but you'll probably want to.
Bernice sits. Her cheek is streaked with grease from work. Jimmy drops to a knee and he takes her hand.
Oh my God, Jimmy.
Today marks a special day.
She gushes, a tender moment.
Oh, baby, finally.
I quit that bullshit job.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I'm officially a finalist.
What?
I know, right?
You quit? As in quit your job?
Bernice goes numb.
You're damn right. You're looking at a finalist, baby.
She moans in pain.
That's a good thing.
It is. What does that even mean? Finalist.
I don't know. It's got to mean something.
So let me get this straight. You quit your job?
Darling, this is it. Okay? This is the moment we've been waiting for.
Bernice's rage bubbles over. The shelves tremble. The dirty dishes in the sink clink together as a picture frame of the couple falls off the wall and the glass shatters. An earthquake. The emergency alarm system erupts from their phone, the TV across the quaint mountain town. The world settles. Bing! A notification. He checks his phone.
A winner has been announced.
Oh, for the love of God.
Jimmy trembles as he scrolls the page.
And the winner is...
Jimmy squints to make sure he's reading correctly.
Shia LaBeouf?
Like the actor?
A panic alarm goes off in his head and he sees red.
That son of a bitch. That motherfucking son of a bitch.
Jimmy falls back onto the couch in a daze. Bernice paces behind him.
Oh, what a fucking loser. I knew it. You'll never amount to anything. Pathetic. I always knew you were a fraud. I'm done. I'm so done.
Her abuse fades away as a trippy song like The Doors of Riders on the Storm plays. Jimmy's apocalypse starts now. Napalm over a jungle of beating helicopter blades. Jimmy stares ahead at a fixed point. His hair is longer and his beard unkempt. The ceiling fan turns. Bernice has movers remove everything but the couch he's sitting on. She's all over a middle-aged steelworker, Joe. A pedestal fan oscillates. Joe fucks Bernice doggy style in the kitchen. She flicks Jimmy off. He simply stares ahead, unaware, uncaring. Flames in the trees. Jimmy stares up at the ceiling, his eyes wide and unflinching. Pages of his script are strewn across the floor. The cigarette hanging from his limp hand burns down to the filter as he lies twisted on the couch. He drops the cigarette. His script smolders beneath him as he sleeps with a .38 snub-nosed revolver on his stomach. Outside the window, life resumes as normal. Patchouli hangs his laundry with concern as Jimmy stares at him through the window.
Screenwriting competition's shit.
The burnt pages still smoke behind him.
Another fucking screenwriting competition.
Jimmy takes a swig of whiskey, belches.
Every time I think I'm gonna wake up and things will be different.
Jimmy's coiled up in the corner of the room, hugging his knees.
The first few ejections were the worst, but this.
He sleeps through the day, then wakes up in a jolt and swats at the air.
I wake up. There'd be nothing.
He squats over the pages of his script, ordering them methodically. Music fades back in. Jimmy dances in his tidy whities. He trembles with anger. His face is painted, and the world burns around him. Explosions in the trees. He cries and contorts into a free-form trance. Then he's laughing hysterically. He punches a flimsy door mirror, flips over the couch, and settles on the floor. He notices his bloody hand, pours whiskey on it, and bellows like a cat in heat. Curiosity gets the best of him, and he licks the wound. The poor bastard cries himself to sleep, sucking his thumb. A knock at the door. He groggily wakes up and rises with suspicion.
Everybody gets what they deserve.
The knocking intensifies.
What do you want?
He limps over on pins and needles.
I want a revenge, and for my sins, I got it. Delivered to me like DoorDash.
Jimmy opens the door.
I don't have a tip.
It's Freddie and Chasen from work. He turns away from them and stumbles back to the couch.
Sign for it and leave it by the door. I'll get it later. The rats will. I don't really care.
Freddie and Chasen enter cautiously. They cover their noses to block out the stench. There's a mound of pizza boxes and trash in the kitchen. His apartment has become a neckbeard nest.
Dude, what the fuck is that smell?
Yeah, this ain't a good look.
Do you mind putting on some clothes?
Go on, get if you don't like it.
Freddie turns to leave. Chasen stops her.
Listen, we're worried about you.
Worried? Why would you be worried? I've never felt better.
Jimmy waves the gun around.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, this? It's a gun.
No shit. But why would you have a gun?
I don't know. Blacked out. Must have ordered it online.
Man, we heard what happened.
What'd you hear?
Jimmy steps aggressively to Chasen. Freddie cuts him off and hands him a shirt. Jimmy puts it on.
That you lost a singing competition or some shit and had a meltdown.
I didn't know you could sing.
No, I've heard him at work. He's got the voice of an angel.
It was a screenwriting competition.
Okay, that don't mean shit to me, man.
The fact is, these screenwriting competitions are bullshit. They just capitalize on desperate writers' pipe dreams. So what? Some Hollywood asshole can take that away from us too? Fuck Shia LaBeouf.
Look, I know you're angry right now, but let's not... Wait, you lost to Shia LaBeouf? That's so cool.
I fucking love that guy. You will not defeat us. You will not.
Do it.
Freddie pumps her fist. Chasen flexes his shoulder muscles.
Are you fucking kidding me? No one loves Shia LaBeouf except Shia LaBeouf. He's a narcissistic asshole who thinks he can go keep the gates of the tired, poor, huddled masses. Well, you know what? Fuck that.
Hey, fun fact. He's shooting a movie just out of town. I saw him at Full Moon Salon last week.
Freddie twists Chasen's nipple. Why would you say that? Jimmy hardens with a newfound determination.
You don't say.
Wait, hold on. Okay, maybe you shouldn't focus so much on Shay LaCroix right now and instead focus on fixing your own problems. You know what I'm saying?
He is my problem. He's everyone's problem.
He's the least of your worries.
Freddie looks around the sparse, nasty apartment.
Trust me, you gotta straighten up your life.
Yeah, you're right. I should straighten him out.
No, that's not what I said.
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
Ah, shit. He's calling Apocalypse now.
What does that mean?
Jason takes out his phone.
Siri, how do you Baker act someone?
I found this on the web for. How do you Baker act someone?
Jimmy pockets the gun and marches for the door. Freddie and Jason cut him off and try to hold him back.
Oh, whoa. No, dude, what are you doing?
Don't do it, man.
He has to be stopped.
He has to be stopped.
Jimmy continues through them like a fullback. Interior hallway, apartment building day. Jimmy high steps down the hall, foam and spit seething from his mouth like a rabid dog. Freddie and Jason pull the tail of his shirt, skidding along the faux marble floor behind him. The shirt rips at the collar and from their grips. Jimmy bounds down the main steps of the lobby. The super, a genial old man, gingerly steps out of his apartment. You're muted.
Hello there, Jimmy, old friend. I don't mean to trouble you, but rent's 2 weeks late.
Jimmy hisses at him. The super falls into Freddie and Jason's arms as Jimmy bounds out of the apartment building's door like Frankenstein's monster. Exterior, apartment building, day. Jimmy hobbles down the steps, spitting through his teeth. Thunder. He picks a direction and growls and hobbles off. A madman on the loose. Lightning cracks. Exterior, full moon saloon, night, a torrential downpour. The backwoods bar sits at the base of a mountain. It's really just a shed with an awning. Roughneck bikers hang outside smoking cigars. 2 boots stomp down in a puddle across the parking lot. An enormous shadow looms to meet the bikers.
Hey, man, maybe we should scram.
Biker 1 tosses his cigar and they scurry inside. Jimmy staggers across the lot, hunched over and shrouded in shadows. Even rats run and hide. Interior, full moon saloon, night. Jimmy barges through the double swinging doors and they slap against the walls. He takes a step into the oversized bar and the room turns to him. Conversations hush. The nomads at the bar, the hustlers playing poker in the back, the scared bikers taking refuge behind the pool table. All eyes on the kid. Jimmy approaches the bar, his keys jingling in his pocket. With each step, the barkeep cleans a pint glass with a dirty rag. They lock eyes. Jimmy slides onto a stool across from the barkeep.
Not from around here, are you?
Actually, it was only about a 20-minute drive.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Shia LaBeouf.
The room breaks out in laughter. Jimmy shifts uneasily in his squeaky rotating stool.
Belton?
You don't find Shia LaBeouf finds you.
The room shudders into silence and turns to a dark corner. Jimmy spins around on the stool and catches himself with his feet. It squeaks like a drawn-out fart. He looks deep into the shadows. A heavy presence lurks within. He puts 2 fingers in the barkeep's face.
The
barkeep slaps his hand out of the air like a fly.
Ow! 2 whiskeys for me and the gentleman.
The barkeep stares him down. Jimmy turns on a puppy face.
Please.
Interior, corner, full moon saloon, night. Jimmy shimmies away from the bar, whiskey spilling everywhere. He drops 2 half-empty shot glasses onto the wood table. The shadowed stranger looks up at him. Jimmy pulls back a chair. The stranger clears his throat.
May I?
The stranger extends his hand. Jimmy sits.
That's a dope shirt.
Jimmy looks down and feels his ripped collar.
Thanks, but I'm not here to talk about fashion. What can you tell me about Shia LaBeouf?
That information don't come cheap.
How much?
The elusive figure leans forward into the light. It's motherfucking Conway West, y'all.
$53 million.
Oh my God!
God? Nah, I'm bigger than God.
You're Kanye West!
Maybe I'm just a hologram.
Jimmy touches Kanye's hand. Kanye recoils in disgust and a smidgen of disappointment.
We got a deal or what?
I don't have that kind of money.
So be it.
Kanye tosses the whiskey over his shoulder like salt and rises. Jimmy clenches the table as if it was about to fly away with the wind.
Wait.
Kanye settles back down. He's listening.
Please, Mr. West, I need to find him. If there's anything I can do, anything.
Kanye observes Jimmy's chic homeless look.
Anything?
Kanye considers all of the possibilities.
Your shirt.
My shirt? You want my... oh, okay.
Jimmy pulls the shirt off his back, gives it to Kanye, waits.
It tells a story.
Kanye holds the raggedy shirt up, smells the armpit.
Struggle, depression, grandiose delusions of achieving unattainable goals, finding one's inner strength to defeat their moral enemy, redemption. It's all in the fabric.
I got it at Target.
Kanye shoots him a disbelieving but approving look. He tosses Jimmy his red leather jacket with a zillion zippers.
Hide your nipples. You look ridiculous.
Thanks. Wow, that's a whole lot of zippers.
You never know. One of these zippers could save your life one day.
Sure. So, Chai.
Right, Chai. Where you want to find such a man?
That's my business. I heard he's shooting a film around here.
Maybe the mind is capable of anything.
Where can I find the set?
Deep in the heart of darkness.
Jimmy gets frustrated.
Jesus.
Bless you.
That's not what I... Where's this heart of darkness you speak of?
I can only take you so far, but I'm willing to show you the way.
You could just give me the address. I have GPS.
Where we're going, there ain't no stinking GPS.
Kanye pushes out of his chair and struts into the kitchen. Jimmy follows. Interior, kitchen, full moon saloon, night. Kanye walks by the grill and daps up the chef.
What's good, Rico?
Jimmy follows behind as Kanye pushes out the back door. Rico stares blankly at Jimmy.
Hey, Rico.
Jimmy continues to the door and plunges into darkness. Exterior, river, night. Kanye leads Jimmy to a river. He pulls a canoe off his back. Or off the bank.
You travel by canoe?
I can go to Mars bi-weekly if I want to. Or have a satellite shoot you down from space. I travel however the fuck I want. Get in.
Jimmy hops in the front. Kanye pushes the canoe into the flowing waters, then hops in the back and steers downriver.
Where are you taking me?
First, we gotta hit up the Black Lagoon. Got some shit I gotta take care of. Then I'll drop you off at the falls. The rest is up to you.
Where do I go from there?
You'll have to pass beneath the wailing baby. Then you want to hang the second right on the third of the three forks. Then you gotta cross the valley of 100 sorrows.
That all sounds crazy.
Yeah, well, you gotta be a crazy motherfucker to go looking for a motherfucker like Shia LaBeouf.
They pass under a swinging bridge. The feet of a malformed woodland creature dangle over them. The creature tunes a banjo.
But you know what? Who else people thought was crazy? Me, Steve Jobs, Leonardo da Vinci, me.
The woodland creature picks the opening of dueling banjos. Exterior, Black Lagoon, dawn. Kanye pulls up to a dock. A peaceful yet primitive village is just waking up as fishermen prepare their nests.
Chill here for a sec.
Kanye hops out of the canoe and ties it to the dock. He pulls some buffalo hides out of the canoe and approaches the fishermen. He speaks their language. They escort him toward the village. Jimmy presses down on a button on the rim of the canoe, like the lock on a car door. A couple lingering fishermen watch him with weariness. He's too scared to make eye contact. The gentle patter of the water on the canoe, the birds chirping, the light fog, it's all so serene. An arrow plunks into the calm waters before him, the feather fletching, vibrating from the force. Shouting from the village, Kanye sprints away, tripping over the buffalo hides. The villagers chase after him, loosening arrows. He screeches like a child running away from a beehive.
Get it going. We need to start the canoe.
Jimmy unties the rope from the piling and pushes off from the dock. Kanye bounds down the dock like a fashion runway. A tomahawk clears his shoulder and sticks into wood piling. Jimmy is swept downstream. Kanye leaps and lands in the canoe. The villagers gather at the end of the dock. The arriving parties push those on the edges into the water. The villagers pump their fists and shoot arrows that rain down around Jimmy and Kanye. The canoe clears the bend. Suddenly, it's quiet and peaceful.
What the hell was that about?
They said I sold them some fake furs. Can you believe that shit?
Jimmy turns around and gags.
Holy Toledo, you're hit.
A bloody arrowhead protrudes from Kanye's shoulder.
No shit.
Kanye snaps the tip off. He bends over and...
just a flesh wound.
Pulls the arrow out of his back. Blood sprays and gushes out like a volcanic eruption. Jimmy's world spins out of control. His eyes roll back and he faints, his cheek crashing to the canoe's bottom. Later, day. Jimmy sleeps peacefully in a pool of blood as the flow of the river speeds up. A low rumble in the distance. The canoe strikes a rock and water splashes his face. He wakes up in a shock and takes stock of his surroundings. White water rolls around him.
Kanye?
The river ahead drops off the ends of the earth. A waterfall. Certain death. Jimmy looks back to Kanye, hunched over, yet still holding on to his paddle.
Kanye! Kanye, wake up!
Jimmy shakes to wake him, but his head rolls back. He's dead. The canoe strikes another rock and Kanye slips overboard.
No, yay!
Kanye's body is swept away. Jimmy holds on for dear life. The flow strengthens. The river thrashes the canoe violently. Jimmy's frozen with fear. Gravity lets out. He squeals like a pig. The canoe drops off a small rapid, and he's thrown overboard. He sinks and is caught in a hydraulic water flow. He's pulled under, comes up, pulled under, spit free. The waters rush him downstream. He bobs in and out, gasping for air. He flails away chaotically. The canoe flies over the edge of the waterfall and shatters on the rocks below. Jimmy screams and closes his eyes, ready for death. The zipper of his red leather jacket reaches out and catches the twig of an overhanging fallen tree. He opens his eyes. He's dangling over the edge by the zipper and a twig. Jimmy lifts himself onto the branch, has a moment of reprieve. Crack. The branch drops an inch. Jimmy nearly loses grip. The crack spreads down to the trunk of the fallen tree. Jimmy shimmies towards the trunk. The branch shakes under his weight. He slips on the wet wood. Crack! He plunges, but the wood holds. He scrambles, and the branch drops out from under him. He sinks and catches the trunk of the fallen tree as the branch is swept over the falls. He crawls to the shoreline, sobbing, wallowing. Once he's cried it out, he rises to his knees and looks to the horizon from the waterfall's edge. A rock formation along the gorge is strangely recognizable. A wailing baby, no shit. Jimmy sighs and accepts his fate. He reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out the gun. There is a God. Exterior, jungle, day. Jimmy pushes through the thicket. Branches slap him in the face. He becomes entangled in vines. He trips on roots. He's clearly not an outdoorsman. Exterior, riverbank, day. Jimmy stumbles out of the jungle and trips over the rocks of the embankment in a perpetually clumsy freefall. He looks back up to the waterfall, then to the wailing baby. Shit. Barely made a dent. He labors along the riverbank. Travel montage, day-night. Jimmy traverses over mountaintops, free climbs cliffs, hikes through a blizzard, uphill, all ways. He reaches the wailing baby. It's a lot smaller up close. He wails back at the rocks. The earth shakes in fear. He continues on angrily, standing before the three forks, which is 9 tributaries of the river. He mulls over the choices.
Third right, second fork?
He picks one and presses on, then changes his mind and crosses over into the right path. The second right of the third fork. Jimmy staggers across the valley of 100 sorrows. Heat rises from the scorched earth. He nearly collapses with every lunge forward. Suddenly, a sandstorm sweeps over him. End travel montage. Exterior, forest, night. Jimmy pushes through the bushes, half naked, delirious, and covered in sand. He mumbles to himself incoherently. A commotion causes him to stop.
I'll never talk.
We'll see about that.
Jimmy ducks behind a tree and gets a decent view of a paramilitary group holding a woman hostage at the end of a firing squad. She's bound to a tree, but she's no damsel in distress. A military transport vehicle idles nearby.
You're making a big mistake.
The biggest mistake I've ever made is letting you leave. I won't make that mistake twice.
The man lifts a gun to her forehead. She doesn't flinch. Jimmy cowers away and steps on a branch. Snap!
Hey, you!
Jimmy shrinks like a turtle. Soldiers emerge with guns trained on him. He throws up his hands and is marched out. The woman glares at him, confused. Her familiar beauty makes him shy away. Surely he's seen her before. The man bears a striking resemblance to Tom Berenger. Old and ineffective, but still badass.
Now, where were we?
Won't make that mistake twice.
Ah, yes. I won't make that mistake twice.
Do it. I dare you.
Tom cocks his gun and steadies his aim between her eyes. He tickles the trigger. Jimmy hangs in the soldier's grasps. Tom Berenger grits his teeth and his head explodes. His body drops and blood sprays all over Jimmy's face. The sound wave of the gunshot finally reaches them from a sniper in the trees.
Holy shit!
The back end of the military vehicle explodes and flips. Jimmy screams and ducks behind the tree. Bullets rain down on them. Several soldiers drop. Others return fire blindly while seeking refuge.
Catch me free.
Jimmy sees a buck knife on the headless man's belt. He crawls out and gags as he wriggles the knife from the sheath. Flames rise up in the trees as charges detonate around them. A soldier flies from the impact. Jimmy cuts the rope and the woman wrestles her arms free. She immediately engages in hand-to-hand combat with multiple soldiers breaking knees and jaws. Jimmy's astonished. She's a wonder of a woman. He realizes who she is. It is Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, in all her glory. Gal hooks Soldier One's arm, wrestles his machine gun away, and shoots a charging Soldier 2 in the chest. She then spins Soldier One like they're dancing a tango and shoots him point blank in the face. A masked ninja soldier flips over the flaming military vehicle. They square off as he twirls 2 samurai swords. Gal pulls the trigger. Click. Empty. The ninja's eyes smile. She tosses the gun and throws her dukes up. Let's go. The ninja sprints at her.
No!
Jimmy comes out of nowhere and pushes Gal to the ground. The ninja leaps in the air and descends his swords on Jimmy. A roaring shadow swoops down from the trees on a vine and drop kicks the ninja in the face. The hero sweeps around and scoops Jimmy in his arms. Shia LaBeouf in the buff.
There you are.
Shia dips Jimmy and plants a passionate kiss. He pulls his wet lips away as flames climb up the trees. Jimmy squirms in his arms. Realization settles in.
What the fuck? You're not Anastasia.
Shia drops Jimmy hard to the ground.
Cut!
The lights come on, revealing a rinky-dink set.
Harry, I swear to God, I'm dealing with fucking amateurs. Harry!
Okay, yeah,
Harry.
baby, it's nothing. We can edit her onto him in post.
The ninja lowers his weapons impatiently. Tom Berenger timidly pokes his head out of the prosthetic torso.
Where the fuck is Anastasia?
Gal steps forward.
I thought we talked about hitting the marks.
We did. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
A quarter of an inch, Anna. That's all it takes. Do you want another beheading on set, huh? Because I'll Ned Stark the shit out of Karl right now if that's what you want.
Karl, a production assistant, lowers his head and steps back.
No.
And who the fuck is this, and why is he on your mark? Who the fuck are you? You know what? It doesn't even fucking matter. You just shit $250,000 down the drain.
Shia turns to the cast and crew who linger dejectedly.
All of you. You dropped the fucking ball. What are we even doing here, huh? You call yourselves professionals? Fuck. I'm sick of this shit.
Shia kicks over a C-stand. The light shatters on the ground and he marches off. The grip gaffer throws up his hand. What the hell, man? Gal shoots Jimmy a scathing glare as the crew scatters.
Thanks a lot.
She saunters away. Jimmy is left in the middle of the mess, holding the buck knife. He cuts himself. How? Exterior, fire, night. The crew huddles around a small fire. They're cold, tired. Gal plunks down next to Karl and wraps a blanket around him. He shivers under the blanket. They've seen better times. The crew members whisper amongst themselves, stealing glances at Jimmy sitting off by himself.
Hey, kid.
Jimmy looks around. Clearly, he's the only one there.
Yeah, you. Come over here.
Jimmy jogs over, fearful of the shadows. He sits across from Gal. Tom offers him a shirt.
You should cover up those nipples.
Jimmy puts the oversized shirt on and slinks a little lower.
I'm sorry I ruined your movie. Sorry.
Hey, it's not my money. Where are you from?
Not far from here.
The crew chatters with excitement.
So you know your way around?
Not really.
The crew groans and mumbles. The director of photography, Bill Stevens, angrily stands.
I knew he was worthless.
Bill marches away to his tent.
We'll never escape. We're trapped. Done for. Doomed.
Now wait just a minute. He found us, and maybe he can lead us out.
Boots crunch through the underbrush and settle on the edge of darkness. It's assistant director, Alan Deerfield. He's fully adopted Shia's homeless style and sporting an assault rifle.
The director will see you now.
Gal nods, giving Jimmy the courage to stand and make his way to a lone Haddad's cast trailer that looks as though it's always been there. There could be no other way. Alan climbs the stairs, knocks, takes a cautious step back. The door creaks open gently. Alan extends a hand and ceremoniously bows. Jimmy climbs the stairs and enters. Interior, Haddad's trailer, night. The door slams shut behind Jimmy. He jumps. The trailer is lit by candles, a buzzing from the back.
Hello?
Jimmy approaches. The buzzing gets louder.
Smelled like slow death in there. Nightmares.
A gnarly tattoo artist is hunched over a chair with his back to Jimmy. In the seat, getting a face tattoo is Shia.
Mr. LaBeouf.
Shia lifts a hand and the tattoo artist stops, drops his tool and leaves the room. Shia waits for Jimmy to get closer. He pats a chair beside him. Jimmy sits, his pocketed hand gripping the gun. Shia leans into the flickering candlelight with a fresh teardrop tattoo under his eye. A real tear drops over it.
I'm ashamed of how I acted earlier.
Yeah, about that.
No, truly. No, I'm sorry, okay? It'll never happen again.
Shia's mood shifts from sadness to suspicion.
Who sent you, huh? A TMZ? FBI? Interpol?
No one.
How'd you find me?
Yeezy brought me.
Yeezy. That son of a bitch. Let me guess, he wants his hat back. He can have it.
Shia pulls the flat-billed hat off and throws it at Jimmy.
It brought me nothing but bad luck.
I'm not here for that. You won the Right-On Screenwriting competition.
No shit. I forgot I submitted to that. As a joke.
A joke?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy tightens his grip on the gun. Shia gauges him from the shadows and leans in.
Who are you?
Jimmy Wojciechowski.
Jimmy. Jesus, I thought that was a bad name. Are you an assassin?
No, I'm just a writer.
You're neither. You're an errand boy. A puppet.
A tea kettle whistles. Shia rises, grinds herbs into tea, and pours himself some. With his back turned, Jimmy slowly pulls the gun from his pocket.
You owe me a substantial amount of money.
I owe you nothing.
Look, I'll let you make it up to me. Okay, there's been a recent job opening due to an unforeseen freak accident. I'm in need of a new personal assistant.
Shia twirls to face Jimmy, who slips the gun back.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
I insist.
That's awfully kind of you, but...
Have you ever considered a life of absolute freedom?
What?
Freedom from the opinions of others, even opinions of yourself.
I've never really thought about that.
Join me, puppet. Help me finish this film and I'll give you freedom from your worthless of your existence.
Jimmy considers.
I'm not a choice, puppet.
Exterior, jungle, day. Jimmy carries water from the river in buckets made from chopped wood. He gets a good look at their camp. A desperate wild bunch. Ghosts of a forgotten frontier.
For a while, at least, things were calm. Seemed as though the hurricane had passed.
Tents, a makeshift hut, and a fire pit make out the northeast border. A bamboo cage sits off alone. Shia's trailer sits on the hill as an overlook. A buzzing attracts Jimmy to the watchers of the camp. The rotting, shrunken heads of former crew members impaled on spikes that line the perimeter of the camp. The flies rage. Jimmy approaches Bill as he sets up a shot.
That's some realistic set design.
Bill lends Jimmy an annoyed and grave glare.
Those were our friends.
Bill marches away, leaving Jimmy perplexed. Shia jokes around with the tired crew members. They laugh along uneasily. Harry stands by waiting for Shia. The tone of his laughter becomes sinister, selfish. Shia directs the scene with Tom and Gal in the golden light of the morning. Good spirits abound. Then again, they're actors. Interior, trailer, night. Jimmy grinds and pours the tea now. He enters the back room. Shia is sullen as he watches the reaction video of himself watching his own movies. Jimmy offers him a cup.
And then just like that, he'd shatter into a million pieces.
Shia smacks the cup out of his hand and it shatters against the wall. The Shia on the screen laughs.
I've never seen a man so broken. His soul ripped apart.
The fragments dance on the faux marble floor. Both Shia and LaBeoufs are now crying. Exterior, trailer, day. Shia exits his trailer and the nearby crew's conversation quiets. Karl doesn't see him and continues to chuckle.
Hey, you talking shit about me?
Shia feints an attack at Karl, then laughs it off as he continues onto set. Jimmy watches as he churns butter for the crafty.
You almost felt bad for him.
Exterior, river, evening. A fish swims in a still pool of clear water. Jimmy's reflection emerges on the surface. He throws a spear. It misses the pool entirely and ricochets off a rock. A slow clap causes him to turn. Gal laughs on the shoreline.
Impressive.
Oh, like you can do better?
Gal grabs the spear and tosses it from 20 feet away. It sinks into the pool before Jimmy. He pulls it out of the water. Two massive rainbow trout wriggle at the end.
Of course you can.
Gal smirks.
Could you teach me how to do that?
Gal hops over stones, then takes the spear away from him. She drops the fish into a bucket, then assumes big spoon position behind Jimmy.
First, you wanna?
She pulls his ass closer. Exterior, fire pit, evening. Shia watches Gal showing Jimmy through the motions with envy. He whittles a steak. Shrunken heads surround him. The buzzing of flies echoes inside of his head. He leans over and whispers in Alan's ear. Alan gets up and heads toward the river. Exterior, river, evening. Gal guides Jimmy's throw while pulling his hips in. He tosses the spear wildly in the air like a loose missile.
That's better.
They giggle. They part and act like nothing is happening. Alan stands off in the bushes.
He's getting hangry.
Gal clears her throat and hands Alan the bucket of fish.
This ought to quell his hunger.
Alan watches them as he heads back down the trail. Exterior, tent, evening. Alan drops the bucket of fish by Jimmy's tent and looks back. Jimmy's attention is diverted by Gal. Alan squats and unzips the tent. He searches the sparse living quarters, then spots a stack of folded laundry. On the top, Jimmy's revolver. Alan pockets it, zips up the tent, and hurries along with the bucket of fish. Exterior, fire pit, evening. The cast and crew suck the meat from the fish bones. A bugle sounds. Alan emerges holding an assault rifle on the ready.
Attention!
The crew continues to eat. They pay him no mind. Alan fires the assault rifle in the air. It nearly kicks out of his hands. The crew scrambles into formation. Bill remains seated.
What's all this about?
Your director will be with you shortly.
Shia steps out from the shadows. Harry tries to intercept and reason with him. Shia ignores him, then joins Alan's side. He keeps his back turned to the crew and whispers in Alan's ear.
Thank you all for coming.
Where the hell else will we be? We're being held hostage.
Shia cracks his neck. Then Alan does the same. Shia whispers. Alan nods.
Your director would like to remind you that you are under contract.
Tom grovels and takes a step back into the crowd.
Now, tomorrow will be another long, grueling day. We'll begin shooting the final scene before daybreak.
The crew applauds.
Shut up!
Their elation crushes hard.
Fortunately, since we're behind on budget, Harry insists we'll have to make cuts.
The crew picks up rocks and sticks to throw at Harry.
I know. Ow, stop it.
Please report to the production hub immediately until further instruction.
Alan nudges Bill's belly with the barrel of his rifle.
Let's go, people!
The cast and crew shamble over to the production hub, which is just a bamboo cage. They climb inside at gunpoint. Gal helps a gingerly old Polish babushka inside like an emergency worker. Before stepping up the bamboo ladder, Jimmy looks back to the trailer. Shia watches solemnly in the doorway. Jimmy climbs inside. Interior, production hub night. The cast and crew huddle together in the bamboo cage. They're sore from hours of waiting. A silent yet unmistakable dread hovers over them. Torches provide enough light to capture their fear. Footsteps in the dark. Alan emerges with his gun, and he unlocks the door.
You and...
He points to an extra and Karl sinks into Gal's arm. She shields him. Alan sees him this and smiles. He points to Karl.
You.
No.
His orders.
Karl waits.
Oh, please don't let them take me.
I won't.
Let's go now.
I said no.
Alan cocks the gun and points it at Gal.
What are you gonna do? Kill me? Do it? Could you imagine what the media would do to you?
The media! I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I'm free from all of that now.
Clearly. Look at you. You enable him because you're just like him.
This pings Alan's heart. Alan cracks her forehead with the butt of the gun. She falls back unconscious. Jimmy catches her and gently lies her in a bed of hay.
Just want to wet their whistle blown.
Karl clambers over Gal's wound.
Count of 3 before I start shooting. 1!
Alan lifts the gun to the crew. They climb over each other like crabs in a bucket.
2!
He cocks his gun again for dramatic effect.
For fuck's sake.
Bill grabs Karl and shoves him out of the cage. The rest of the crew protest. Exterior, production hub, night. Karl drops hard in front of Alan's boots. The extra comes out without a fight. His head stooped in defeat. Alan clicks his tongue and motions with his gun to march. They do so. Interior, production hub, night. The crew shoots Bill disapproving looks. Tom looks ready to fight him.
What? Better him than us.
Everyone turns their attention to Gal as she regains consciousness. Jimmy helps her sit up.
Easy does it.
Karl. Where's Karl?
Her vision adjusts, and she sees Karl being led into the small hut with a roof made of dry palm fronds.
Karl!
Karl screeches like a wounded crow.
Oh!
No!
Karl's led into the hut by Alan's rifle. His squealing is reduced to silence when the door slams shut behind him.
Karl.
She grabs the bamboo bars and lets off a primal shriek.
It's okay. It's going to be.
No, it's not okay. This has to stop. We can't keep giving these monsters power.
What are we supposed to do? He's above the line.
Like you're any better. Who gave him this kind of power in the first place? Huh?
Hey, he's not my responsibility.
Somebody needs to hold him accountable.
Gal pushes Harry. Tom breaks them up.
Hey. Squabbling amongst ourselves isn't going to help.
I mean, what do you propose we do?
Gal turns to Jimmy. Everyone hones in on him.
You.
Me?
You're close to him.
I hate him just as much as you do.
But he trusts you.
What do you want me to do?
They exchange glances of uncertainty. The crafty holds out a pouch. Gal offers it to Jimmy.
Put this in his tea.
What is it? What'll happen to him?
Neutralize him. It'll neutralize him and give us enough time to escape.
I can't do that.
In a last-ditch effort, Gal pulls Jimmy in and plants a kiss on him. He pulls her in and tries to make out with her. She slips the poison into his pocket and pushes him away with a bit of suction.
Please, Jimmy. Before...
Yeah, sure. Anything you want.
Bang! A gun pops off in the hut. The cast and crew are reduced to silence as crickets take back the night. The door of the hut creaks open, and Alan staggers out. He steps into the torchlight, his face covered in blood. He points to Jimmy.
Puppet, he wants you.
Gal rubs his back. In a daze, Jimmy stands. The door of the cage opens and Jimmy steps out. Jimmy looks back to the miserable lot and salutes them. Bill spits. Time slows as he's led to the hut. The crew hangs on the bars, watching a dead man walking. Interior, shed, night. Jimmy and Alan enter. Mosquitoes line up for an open bar on Shia and Karl. They sit around a small folding table with Jimmy's revolver in the middle. Karl sobs. The extra lies next to an overturned folding chair with a bullet hole in his temple. The wall has been splattered with brain matter. The haze of gunpowder lingers in the air. Alan rightens the chair and pats the bloody padded back. Jimmy feels his pocket, the small packet of poison.
Nice of you to join us, Puppet.
Is that my...
I had Alan search your belongings. I knew there was something off about you.
Something off? About me?
Sit down and shut up.
Jimmy sits across from Karl. He's a mess. Snot oozes out of his nose.
Hey, you okay?
He trembles. No.
Don't worry. We're gonna get you out of here.
Don't lie to him like that.
Shia grabs the gun, flips open the cylinder, and shows Jimmy and Karl a single bullet. He slides the bullet in, snaps the cylinder shut, and spins it. Jimmy laughs.
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
He's just misunderstood.
Eccentric?
Yes, eccentric. Sorry. That's the word I was looking for. I'll do better next time.
You have to be crazy if you think I'm...
Bang! Shia slams the gun on the table and spins it. The barrel lands on Karl. He shakes uncontrollably.
God. Dear God. No.
You don't have to do it, Karl.
Karl is shocked by this. He looks to Shia for confirmation.
You're getting paid $50 a day to do one thing and one thing only. Whatever I say, do it.
Don't.
Do it!
Karl seesaws between the two.
Karl, listen to me.
Just do it.
No, Karl.
Stop giving up and do it now.
Karl grips the gun and hyperventilates.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to, Karl.
Now!
Shia slaps Karl across the face. Karl bites down, lifts the gun to his temple, hisses like a teapot, and pulls the trigger. Click. He drops the gun and convulses.
Okay. You made it.
Jimmy laughs nervously. Karl joins him. Shia slides the gun to Jimmy.
Your turn.
You son of a bitch. I'm not playing your games.
Do it!
Shia slaps him.
Oh, you son of a... I'm gonna kill you.
Shia slaps him again.
Mao.
That what you want, huh?
Jimmy lifts the gun and roars as he pulls the trigger and puts an empty chamber in the gun. He slams the gun to the table and roars. Alan golf claps. Shia slides the gun to Karl. Karl is still now. His nerves have settled. He seems at peace, takes the gun. Jimmy grabs his arm.
Don't do it, Karl. Come home with us. Just come home.
Tell my mother I love her.
He closes his eyes, takes a breath, rips his hand from Jimmy's grasp, and salutes the gun to his temple.
No!
Bang! Karl's head whips back, blood sprays the wall. Jimmy rushes and catches Karl's body. It rolls out of the chair.
Carly! Oh my God! Carly!
He guides Karl to the ground and howls. Exterior, production hub, night. The crew watches the hut as Jimmy's screams echo through the night. They saunter away from the bars. Gal continues to watch. The flames of the torch reflect off her vengeful eyes. The door of the hut opens and Jimmy is led back to the cage. He enters and sits in a stupor. The rest of the crew watch him wearily from a distance. Once Alan is gone.
I'll do it.
A sigh of relief wafts from the cage. Gal slides over and rests her head on his shoulder. He wraps his arm around her. They commiserate in silence. Interior, trailer, night. Jimmy enters. Shia sits alone, shrouded in shadows.
Look at what you made me do.
I didn't make you do anything.
If you hadn't blown 250K, they'd still be alive. We had to cut the budget somehow.
Don't you put that on me.
It's all on you.
You did that. You made that choice. Those people you're hurting, they're not disposable.
Do you think I wanted them to die, huh? That I woke up today and thought, gee, I hope I get the chance to kill someone today. You think I did that? If I go down, you go down.
The tea kettle hisses behind Jimmy, startling him. Shia languidly waves his hand for Jimmy to prepare the tea and covers his face with a hot towel. Jimmy turns his back to Shia and pours the scalding hot water in a French press. Then he smashes the tea leaves. Jimmy looks back. Shia's face is still covered. Jimmy removes the pouch of poison from his pocket and feels it in his hand.
What are they saying?
That you've gone totally insane and that your method is unsound.
Does my method seem unsound?
I don't see any method at all.
Shia grumbles. Jimmy swirls the tea with a spoon and carries it over to him. Jimmy hands him the tea. Shia takes a sip.
You know, maybe they're right. I've done horrible things to get into character. I've shot stray dogs, slaughtered entire villages, hurt everyone I ever loved. People, they just don't know what it takes to go full method. It takes a piece of your soul every damn time. And I'm tired. Puppet. I'm so tired.
Shia gulps down the rest of the tea and falls back, slipping away.
Then just go to sleep. Sleep.
Shia slips into sleep. Jimmy waits a moment, then nudges him. He starts snoring. Exterior, camp, night. Jimmy bounds out of the trailer. Bill and Tom finish fastening Alan to a tree with a ratchet strap. His forehead is bloody. He's been knocked unconscious. The crew awaits the news.
Did you do it?
Jimmy nods. They celebrate like a soccer team after a goal.
We have to be quiet and move fast.
The crew scatters like crazed ants to gather enough to survive. Gal places her hand on Jimmy's chest.
Thank you.
She takes charge and directs traffic.
This way. Stay calm.
Jimmy looks back to Shia's trailer with a ping of regret. It sits lonely, dark, quiet amidst the chaos. Exterior, trailhead, night. The crew huddles at the edge of the campsite. Jimmy waits with Tom. He's conflicted. Gal escorts the Polish babushka over.
That's everyone. Ready?
There's something I have to do. Go on without me. I'll catch up.
We won't leave without you. Hurry.
Jimmy nods and jogs back to the camp. Interior, trailer, night. Jimmy enters the trailer cautiously. Shia snores so deep that he nearly chokes himself awake. Jimmy stands over him, knife in hand. He psychs himself up. He lifts the knife above his head.
Don't you dare.
Jimmy turns to the barrel of Alan's rifle.
Think about this.
Drop the knife.
Jimmy drops it and holds his hands up.
You could never make it in this industry. You're too thin-skinned, weak. You don't have what it takes.
Jimmy straightens his posture.
What I got to do, huh? Give it my soul like you?
At least bear a little of it!
Jimmy rips open his shirt and bares his chest. He beats at his heart. His breasts jiggle.
Here it is! Take it!
Dude, your nipples.
Jimmy takes his breast in his hand.
What? These you can't handle them?
Jimmy squeezes and milk sprays into Alan's eyes like mace. Alan falls back blinded.
Ah! What the fuck?
Jimmy tackles Alan into a wall of Teen Choice Awards and a Daytime Emmy. The knife flies. They wrestle in the glass, and Jimmy spots the knife across the trailer. Jimmy grabs the Emmy and bashes Alan's head with it. He breaks free and crawls for the knife. Snatching the knife, he rises and turns. Alan pile drives Jimmy onto Shia in bed. Alan straddles Jimmy, and Jimmy slashes unsuccessfully at Alan's face. Alan gets a hold of Jimmy's wrist and intercepts the knife. Alan stabs down. Jimmy catches Alan's forearms, and the tip of the knife falls just short of his eye. A stalemate as the knife stays steady. Alan presses down with all his strength. Jimmy loses his hold. Alan surges down. Jimmy dodges the knife, and it stabs Shia in the shoulder. Alan becomes terrified. His dear director. Jimmy throat checks Alan, rolls on top of him, and pins him on top of Shia. They've switched places. The knife just shy of Alan's sternum.
I'm sorry, you left me no choice.
The knife slowly plunges into Alan's chest. Alan grabs in pain over his shoulder. Shia's eyes shoot open. Shia roars to life and bites into Alan's neck. Alan screams and blood sprays everywhere. Jimmy falls to the ground and kicks himself back. Alan is tossed aside and Shia rises. Nosferatu.
How are you alive?
You're gonna need stronger drugs than that.
Jimmy gets to his feet and Shia rushes at him. Exterior, trailer, night. Shia tackles Jimmy off the steps and they crash to the ground. Jimmy gets to his knees. Shia kicks him in the gut. Jimmy drops to all fours. Shia pulls a convenient machete from a chopping stump and towers over Jimmy's neck.
You're gonna die in obscurity, boy. No one will ever know your name.
Shia steps forward with murder in his eyes. He cocks back to behead Jimmy. A stream of fire billows out from the darkness and blankets Shia in flames. He staggers backwards, engulfed and flailing. Tom struts from the night with a flamethrower. He helps Jimmy to his feet with his free hand. They watch as Shia drops and burns out.
Get out of here, kid.
What about you?
Time to renegotiate my contract. Go.
Jimmy scampers away and Tom steps forward. Shia smolders before him. Exterior, trailhead, night. Gal keeps Babushka warm. Jimmy catches up with them.
Where's Tom?
Doing God's work.
We can't leave without him.
We have to. Shia's awake.
Okay, everyone. Let's move out.
The refugees hobble slowly down the trail. Exterior, trailer, night. Tom approaches Shia's smoldering body.
Look at you now, you little shit.
He tosses the flamethrower and kneels behind the charred body. He lifts Shia by the shirt and pulls back a fist.
I'm going to savor this.
Shia coughs ashes in Tom's face. Then he lurches and drives his hand through Tom's stomach, clawing upward through his organs. Tom gurgles on his own blood. Shia gets elbow deep as he fists Tom's esophagus. Tom's eyes bulge. Shia looks deep in them. Tom Tom's eyes pop out of the sockets by Shia's prodding fingers. His thumb holds the roof of Tom's mouth, and he handles him like a ventriloquist dummy in his lap.
Look at you now, you little shit!
Shia pulls his arm out of Tom's chest in one fluid motion. Tom drops hard. Shia stands, puffs out his chest, and grunts like a gorilla. Exterior woods night. Gal and Jimmy help the crew down the trail. The grunts of a gorilla echo through the forest. The shadow of a monstrous beast blasts through the thicket. The crew slows down at the fork in the trail. The waterfall rumbles near. The sign reads, "This away, that away." Jimmy and Gal stop in their tracks. The crew struggles to breathe. Gal notices blood dripping from Jimmy's sleeve.
You're hurt.
Jimmy observes.
Shit.
Then runs the flashlight along the trail of blood he left in their wake.
I'll lead him straight to us. We have to split up.
No, we stand a better chance if we stick together.
I have to do this on my own.
It's too dangerous. Don't go.
They share a tender moment. A monstrous roar, too close for comfort.
I'm sorry. There's no other choice. Go, now! Get them to safety!
Gal nods and leads the crew down the mountain. Jimmy climbs up the rocks towards the waterfall.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy turns back dramatically.
Come back to me. I mean, us. Come back to us.
Jimmy nods with a smirk and climbs the side of the mountain. Gal follows up the rear of the back of the pack, heading downhill. They turn the corner on a massive boulder. The trail crossing is silent for a moment. Shia LaBeouf bursts through a bush on all fours, sniffing at the dirt and tracking the trail of blood. He looks up to the sign, then scans the woods. Shia's infrared POV. Down mountain, he sees no change in colors. Up the mountain, the faint trail of hot blood leads up to the red heat of a human struggling up the boulders. Snap out of Shia's POV. Shia snorts, and his hind legs kick up dirt as he bounds up the boulders like a master of parkour. Exterior, cave, dawn. Shia enters a cavernous area underneath the waterfall. He sniffs the air and licks his bloody teeth.
Puppet, I know you're here. I can smell your talent.
Jimmy steps out from behind a stalagmite, and they square off with the waterfall as a backdrop.
Where's the rest of them?
Jimmy instinctively looks into the flowing water. Shia looks through it. Shia's infrared POV. Fluttering and faint red cores are surrounded by the shape of humans fleeing down the mountain. And Shia's POV.
Ah, you're clever, Puppet. I'll give you that.
I regret to inform you that you won't be advancing any further. You're done! I won't let you hurt anyone else!
You can't even beat me in a screenwriting contest. What makes you think you can beat me in a fight to the death?
Jimmy cracks his knuckles and forms fists. Shia notices. They circle each other. The distance between them becoming closer.
You had it all, man. And you just shit it away. You know how many people die every day fighting for a chance to have a fraction of your success? Huh? Do you?
I don't care.
Enraged into a frenzied war cry, Jimmy rushes Shia. Shia lands a hook to Jimmy's chin and a jab to the stomach. Jimmy keels over. An uppercut sends Jimmy stumbling back into a stalagmite. Shia throws a massive punch and Jimmy ducks. Shia's fist explodes through the stalagmite. Jimmy tries to flee, but Shia grabs him from behind and gets him in a chokehold.
This game
Shia squeezes mercilessly. Jimmy's face turns purple.
shows no mercy.
They stagger back, the stalactite ceiling reaching lower.
It's killed or be killed.
So be it!
Jimmy drives Shia back into the low ceiling, jamming his head into a cluster of stalactites. Jimmy drops and gasps for breath. Shia pulls a stalactite point from his shoulder and stomps after Jimmy. Jimmy scrambles. Shia descends on him. Jimmy flips around and stabs him in the eye with a shard of stalagmite. Shia roars in pain, and Jimmy kicks his kneecap in. Shia drops to his other knee, and Jimmy gets to his feet. A victorious standoff as Jimmy towers over a cowering Shia.
Rot in hell, you piece of shit.
Jimmy Spartan kicks Shia's chest. Shia launches over the ledge and the water crushes him. Exterior, base of waterfall, dawn. Gal and the rest of the crew turn to the sound of a scream. Shia free falls and clasps against the water with a massive belly flop. They cheer. Interior, cave, dawn. Jimmy crashes onto his back in relief. A smile breaks over his face and he chuckles. The laughter turns into tears. Exterior, base of waterfall, day. A triumphant jubilee as the crew hugs, high fives, and does beer bongs. Harry struggles with a champagne cork.
It's over. Oh, thank God it's finally over.
The cork pops and champagne flows. They shower in it like they won the championship. A ripple disrupts the still waters in the pool behind them. Gal lifts Babushka and twirls her around. They're oblivious as Shia's head emerges like a slow torpedo. Shia glides up from the waters, steady, menacing. Gal drops Babushka to her feet. He looks over her and screams. The scream echoes up the cliff. Interior, cave, day. Asleep from exhaustion, Jimmy snores. Gal's scream echoes through the cave system. Jimmy snorts and his eyes shoot open.
Gal.
He leaps up and dashes to the opening of the cave. Exterior, waterfall, day. Jimmy stumbles out from behind the waterfall and peers around a huge boulder. Shia walks on water. The crew cowers against the bank of the river. He has them cornered. Gal steps up to defend them.
Gal!
Helpless to aid them by distance, Jimmy searches for options. His fingers rub the boulder before him. He knows what he must do. Exterior, base of waterfall, day. Shia looks as though he's been rotting underwater for weeks. His toes drag in the pebbles. His speech has been reduced to guttural incoherence. Gal shields the crew by wielding a stick.
Get back, you devil!
Exterior, waterfall, day. Jimmy squats at the base of the boulder. He tries prying, lifting, pushing, kicking. Nothing works. He nearly pops from exertion. Exterior, base of waterfall, day. Shia smiles. The few jagged fangs remaining are covered in blood. He squats and hisses. The crew cries out. Exterior, waterfall, day. Jimmy screeches as he tries to lift from the bottom. The boulder shifts in the soil. Exhausted, Jimmy collapses against the base of the stone. With his back to the stone, he bangs the back of his head against it in frustration. The boulder falls out from under him. He flips around and watches in amazement. Exterior, base of waterfall, day. The boulder tumbles down the cliff, breaking other stones from their ancient resting places. A rock slide. Pebbles plunk in the water beside Shia. He looks back. A tsunami of gravel, granite, and limestone crumble around him. He's clipped in the shoulder, then cracked in the head. Shia stumbles back. A boulder rolls and pins his leg. He's crushed and entombed beneath the shifting landscape. Dust rises and settles. Shia is buried beneath the rubble. A ray from the rising sun reaches out from beyond a cloud, returning color to the world, like the land before time. Fade to exterior, parking lot, day. Paramedics attend the crew members. The trailhead has been blocked off with police tape. Bodies are airlifted out by helicopter. Water is poured in Jimmy's mouth like an athlete on the sidelines. Harry finishes up with detectives and walks by.
Jimmy, was it?
You remember my name?
Of course, you saved my neck out there. Say, if there's anything you ever need, just ask. Okay, I owe you big time.
Well, there is one thing.
All you gotta do is rub my lamp, make a wish.
Harry rubs his crotch. Jimmy recoils.
I'm kidding. I need to work on that.
Yeah. No. Would you maybe? I don't know. It's stupid. I shouldn't even bother.
Jimmy, baby, anything.
Would you read my screenplay?
That's it?
Yeah, I mean that would be huge.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Have your people call my people.
Harry is ushered away by a white-gloved ambulance service. The paramedics don tuxedos.
Wait. Who are your people and where do I? Okay, it's cool. It's cool. Hey, Gal.
Gal is attended to by a hair and makeup crew on the back of an ambulance. She looks primed for a photo shoot.
There's my hero.
What do you say we get out of here?
I'd say, where to, cowboy?
Jimmy throws his leg over a nearby motorcycle and buckles a helmet on.
Wherever our hearts desire.
You know how to drive that thing?
Jimmy looks at the handlebars.
No. I was hoping that you'd...
Scooch.
Jimmy shimmies onto the tail and Gal hops on.
Hold tight.
Jimmy squeezes her.
Not that tight.
He lets go a bit. She kicks it into gear and they take off. He nearly falls off the back, but manages to hold on. They ride into the freaking sunset. Fade 2. Exterior. Base of waterfall. Night. A full moon hangs heavy over the gorge as emergency workers search through the rocks. The dog sniffs incessantly.
Let's shut her down for the night. We'll keep looking in the morning.
The emergency workers wrap it up and head down the trail. A mound of rocks sits heavy under the weight of space. Pebbles roll down the side as the underlying rocks bubble up. A mangled hand breaks through the peak, clawing at the moon. Cut to black. Super. 6 months later. Exterior, Los Angeles day. Flashes of stereotypical Los Angeles landmarks. The Hollywood sign. A dog shitting on Donald Trump's star on the Walk of Fame. Griffith Observatory. Close in on the mansion at the top of a rolling hill. Exterior, mansion, day. Jimmy reclines with his feet in an infinity pool as he smokes a cigar and reads the trades. On the cover, his headshot gleams under the headlight that reads, Jimmy Francisco takes the town. He drops the magazine and admires the view. The entire city can be seen. A truly marvelous sight. He's made it, baby. Interior, mansion, day. A landline ring. Gal picks up.
Hello? Oh, hi, Harry. How are you? Good, good. Yes, just a sec. Jimmy, love, it's Harry.
She whisks by a fireplace. On the mantel sits an urn labeled with tape and marker. Karl. Above it is a mounted musket. Exterior, mansion, day. Gal struts out in a swimsuit and a long wrap cover-up.
Sugar Bear?
Yes, darling?
It's Harry.
She offers him the phone. He takes it. She sits on his lap and tickles his hair. They share a tender kiss.
Thank you, love.
Jimmy puts Harry on speakerphone.
Harold, talk to me. Tell me something good.
Good? Jimmy Francisco, baby, it's great.
How great we talking?
I've never seen anything like it. They love it. They want more of it.
How much they offering?
We're talking Netflix money, honey.
Marvelous. Send the contract over. And hold on to the original. Might be worth something one day.
Jimmy winks at Gal. She blushes.
Cha-ching, baby. Cha-ching.
Make it rain, Harry. Ciao, baby.
Jimmy hangs up. Gal gushes over him.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, stop it. Say, where are the kids?
A gang of adopted children run up and pile on them. One big, happy, mixed family. Jimmy wrestles with them.
Oh, easy now.
A bush in the neighbor's yard rustles. Jimmy snaps his head around on high alert. The bush shakes, as do the trees, and wind blows through.
What is it?
Just the wind.
He feints a reassuring smile, but looks off with concern. Interior, children's room, night. Gal tucks the kids in while Jimmy reads them a bedtime story.
And that's when the monster came roaring back to life.
Jimmy claws the air. The children shriek at an ungodly pitch. Gal covers her ears.
Okay, that's enough story time with Daddy.
But what happens next?
You'll just have to wait and find out next week. Mommy says it's time to go to sleep.
I really don't see how a weekly episodic format can remain sustainable when competing streaming services offer entire binge-worthy seasons at once.
Jimmy shoots Gal a confounded look.
He's definitely your son.
Ha! He sure is. We'll make a fine artist one day. Sleep tight. Don't let the LaBeoufs bite.
Jimmy pokes Martin's nose. Gal turns out the lights and they leave the room. The silhouette of a peeping Tom lingers in the window. Interior, bathroom, mansion, night. Jimmy brushes his teeth while Gal flosses in a satin nightgown, just going about their normal routine. Interior, bedroom, mansion, night. Gal steps toward the bed and turns seductively to Jimmy as they exit the bathroom.
You know, it's been a while.
4 hours since our last romp is a new record.
Jimmy takes her in his arms and they drop to the bed in a fit of giggles. Jimmy looks longingly into her eyes.
I can't believe this is actually happening. This is what dreams may come.
What's not to believe? You got me, babe. And I got...
A clay pot shatters in another room. Jimmy jumps out of bed and ties off his robe.
Must be the paparazzi again. I'll take care of it.
He grabs a bat from beside the nightstand.
They're like vultures.
Be careful, my dear.
Jimmy exits the room. Interior, hallway, living room, mansion, night. Jimmy marches down the hallway and heaviness lingers. He enters the living room and Karl's urn lies broken on the floor. The assistant's ashes scattered across the room. Martin screams from down the hall.
Hey!
Jimmy races and reaches the children's room. The door slams shut in his face. Is locked from the inside. Jimmy shimmies the doorknob.
Open the fucking...
The children shriek. Furniture crashes to the floor.
No!
Jimmy manically beats at the door with his fists. He takes a step back, summons all his strength. Interior, children's room, mansion, night. Jimmy bursts through the door like the Kool-Aid man and slides to a stop.
Daddy!
Shia LaBeouf, with castaway level beard and hair growth, holds a rusty revolver to poor little Martin's head.
If you heard a hair on his...
Shia plucks a single strand from Martin's head.
Why I oughta.
Jimmy shimmies in place. Shia cocks the revolver. Jimmy freezes. Gal emerges behind him in the doorway.
Get your hands off his son!
You took everything from me. It's only right I repay you.
Martin? Hoc est bellum.
Martin nods. Martin grabs the arm around his neck and ducks his head forward. He elbows Shia's balls, redirects the gun, and spins free. He wraps around Shia's shooting hand. Martin traps the gun. Shia shoots, barely missing the other children. Feathers from the pillows fly. Jimmy swings the bat and breaks Shia's collarbone. Martin rips the gun free and points. Shia kicks Martin in the chest, and he smacks his head against the bunk bed frame. Enraged, Jimmy tackles Shia through the broken door, and they crash through the hallway drywall. Living room. Jimmy and Shia explode through the wall and land on the glass coffee table. They scratch and bite and kick. Shia grabs a lamp and breaks it over Jimmy's back. They exchange merciless blows to the face until they're both bloody, swollen, and delirious from concussions. Jaw to broken jaw. They practically slow dance in the middle of the room.
Why won't you just go away?
Shia headbutts Jimmy, sending him to his knees.
I'm like a cockroach. I will survive.
Shia growls as he heads in for the final blow. Boom! Boom! Pellets riddle Shia's chest as he flies backward. Gal steps forward with a smoking musket. She helps Jimmy to his feet. Shia rises slowly. Gal desperately tries to reload the musket. Jimmy grabs a fireplace stoker and swings it at him. Shia dodges the iron. Gal stuffs a handful of pellets into the barrel. Jimmy swings the stoker. Shia catches it and laughs like a maniac, blood spewing from his mouth. Bang, bang, bang. Shia staggers backwards as bullets rip through his chest. Jimmy turns to Martin, backed by the gang of adopted children, each with their own gun. Little Delilah tosses Jimmy a shotgun. Gal aims her musket. Shia is facing a firing squad. The jig is up, chump. Oh, sorry.
The jig is up, chump.
A crazed smile spreads across Shia's demented face.
You think you can take me, huh? You're gonna need a fucking army.
Why do you think we adopted all these kids? Let her rip!
The children unload their guns on Shia. The glass wall shatters behind him, and he stumbles onto the patio over the broken glass.
That's all you got, huh? Yeah?
Patio. The family steps out over the glass, still firing. Gal joins in with her musket, which is suddenly automatic. He's torn to shreds, but still stands.
I'm still standing.
Jimmy steps forward and lifts the shotgun. The guns seem to have limited ammo. Unlimited ammo as Shia dances in place.
You can't kill me.
Boom! Jimmy's shotgun blasts Shia in the chest and explodes out of his back. He jumps suspended in the air for a cheesy ass moment and falls into the infinity pool. His body floats. Must be a witch. The children lower their smoking weapons. Gal falls into Jimmy's arms.
It's over. He's gone.
Rise over the house. Shia's blood spreads in the pool. Police cars wind up the hill. The Los Angeles skyline glistens. Roll credits. Over crime scene to some bitchin' ass hair metal.